Start.
Yeah, this video is going to be about growing beans in tropical Philippines and in a tropical environment and that. These beans were planted, if she points the camera down, Beth is helping me here, down lower to see. This was originally a rice field and had been planted in rice and basically fertilized with just turning over the soil. And we did add some 14-14-14 when we were growing the rice, and urea as per instructed, in order to be able to grow a good crop of rice and that. This year, because of the early drought, I decided to build a big trellis here and start the long beans growing. If you take a look, and if she pans across the top of the trellis here, I'm amazed again, absolutely amazed at the growth. I'm amazed at the amount of flowers. I'm amazed at the length of the beans that are growing. And like I said, it's been a dream come true for both of us after so many years of work to be able to get a crop as like you're looking at right now. And that, so when we did this, I put the rice field into rows. And if Beth walks down here a little bit, takes a look at the empty field here, you can see the rows. I actually, after it was plowed and that, I dug it up and actually made it into rows. I like doing that because if we do get a heavy rain, the roots of the plant are not going to be sitting in water for a long time. Rice loves that. Most other veggies do not like being soaked in water 24 hours a day. So I divided it in rows, and that's what this actually looks like without all the bean plants here. But and then I've got to go back to, and I repeat it again, you want to grow vegetables here, and especially in the Philippines, and especially in the Visayas here, where we've got a lot of clay soil and volcanic soil, you've got to feed them. You've got to figure out a method to feed them. And because I'm not really anti-fertilizers like 14-14-14 and urea, but I just as soon get away from that and into a more natural fertilizer by composting. And you've already seen the videos on composting and the amount that we do here on our farm and that. But the thickness of the growth here, the amount of flowers, the health of the plants are just so healthy. So far they've not been attacked by any insects that we can really see a lot of. The ants still like going by the flower, and you'll see them always, the ants huddled around the flowers as they scoot along there. But they don't seem to be harming the plants at all, nor do they seem to be harming the beans that are growing here and that. But we've never been able to get this fullness of growth and this much. You've got to realize this trellis is close to 6 foot high, 5 foot at the base here, and another foot above it. The growth is still continuing and that. And it hasn't in no way stopped or apparently slowed down as the rows fill out completely. So I'll help Beth get up the step here. Okay. But again, looking from the top here, we kind of walk across here, all the flowers and that are available. Like I said, and then our first field up there, the same thing. And the amount of growth is absolutely amazing. Feed your plants. if you can compost, do. And the tropics are a perfect place for composting for the simple reason you've got an abundance of green stuff, you've got an abundance of dead stuff. If she can pan across the area up above the field here, you'll see it's kind of cleared. We took that part of the jungle, we cut it, we raked it, we put it in the bags, it all goes in the compost pile. The material is here. Does it take a lot of time and effort? Yes. Are the rewards worth it? Yes again. I believe that they are because of the kind of crops that you can get. Beth just pointed me quickly down to the peppers here. Oh, geez, look at this.
Wow.
I don't want to get the dogs down here too much. Look at the size of that pepper. Absolutely amazing. Wow. Now, I don't know, probably a big contributing factor to that is nothing's ever been planted here but rice. And apparently the nutrients that the peppers need are probably, and I'm assuredly, different than the rice. And of course, adding the compost to the rows, and to be able to get a pepper that big, absolutely unheard of before. Down here too, such a big pepper.
There are 2 pieces there.
Yeah, there's 2 there. Wow, incredible. As you can see, folks, I am so delighted with what's happened here after putting so many years of work into this and that. And you can do this. Start out a little bit at a time. Do your composting. There's different ways to do it. Like I said, the basics are green stuff, dead stuff. Put in the green stuff, put in the brown stuff. Mix it up. Make sure it occasionally gets wet and that. Turn it and that. And within anywhere from a month, 2 months to 6 months, it'll turn into some of the best soil. And by using it here, I did not have to use any of the fertilizers either. So I'm going to say goodbye for now. Another lesson for everybody out there and that, and what we're doing here in the Philippines. So I'm going to say goodbye, and